I'm back. So the last time I really made a video was right before we were supposed to go to Cleats and Cars with Nick. I did get footage from that day. I'm just kind of disappointed in myself because a lot of the footage I got was just bits and pieces of things. I didn't really talk too much or explain what was going on, and I had it all uploaded, and I didn't think it'd make that great of a video, so I just never made it. So I'll just give a brief explanation of what happened. You know, the van was ready to go. Unfortunately, when it was time for him to do the burnout, it was raining, which entirely sucked. So he does a tip in, whips it around, first rotation smacks the corner of the wall, so it was pretty cool. And he just was, you know, doing donuts, whatnot. Well, immediately, I wouldn't say immediately, a little while in, it pitched both the belts off like it did previously his last burnout. So he had no power steering, no power brakes. So he was fighting with the steering the whole time. Although it was a ton of smoke, it was a great burnout. It's just he severely got handicapped because of the rain. I mean, had we been last in line, he probably would have taken it, no problems. But I think he's making some changes to the van, and then we're actually going to end up going to Houston. I don't know. He is. I'm going to probably tag along with him, but going to Houston in February for Cleats and Cars to do that burnout contest. So I know he's making some changes to the van to make it pretty much bulletproof at this point. At right now, the only thing wrong, like he needs to get a serpentine system on the belts to keep the belt on. After that, I mean, the van's very well built to do what it needs to do. So anyway, we'll catch up with Nick a later day. So right now, I just got off work. It's Wednesday or Thursday morning, I guess. And I need to get the motor and tranny out of the car today. I'm dropping the tranny and the converter off at FTI tomorrow, which is Friday, or technically tomorrow, which is Friday. The converter needs to be tightened up. It's got like 12 or 13% slip, I believe. I'd have to run the numbers through his calculator, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. And the tranny hasn't really been out of the car. Well, it hasn't been out of the car long enough for me to get it checked up. But back in May, when I had my first event, I accidentally put it neutral at 104. I'm sorry, reverse at 140 mile an hour. And I mean, the tran's been fine. It's obviously worked. But since I have a little bit of spare time, some downtime, I want to have them pull apart the tranny just to look at it, refreshing it. Especially now where I don't see me going any slower than 950s. The tranny is going to see a lot more abuse than it has this past year. So I want to have them go through the tranny, just verify everything's good. If the clutches need to be replaced, replace the clutches, but that way it doesn't have to come out. So that'll be the project in the morning. Obviously, I'm just driving home right now from work. I'm gonna get some sleep. Once I wake up, it's time to you know, drop the drive shaft, drain the tranny, pull the motor apart, pull the motor out, and we'll get to working on this. So I have been slacking again, but I'm going to use this these videos as basically what's the term for it? Accountability. I want to use these videos as accountability so I can get the car back together. So today's date, this is December 3rd, and my intake manifold, I ordered the intake manifold back in August. You know, I was supposed to have it in September, it got delayed. Supposed to have it in October, it got delayed. And as of now, Holley's website says it's supposed to ship on December 11th. Fingers crossed that's true. But that's basically what I'm waiting on, last piece of the puzzle. I did get the new turbo in, which I'll show tomorrow. And I got the radiator in. The only thing I'm really waiting on is just having that intake manifold. That way we can start doing the fabrication process. So I'm going to go over with you guys tomorrow what all I have and steps moving forward. But that's kind of my plan right now, is I want to have the tranny and the engine back in the car by the time I actually get the intake manifold shipped. That way I can immediately start on the fab work. So anywho, I will check in with you guys when I wake up in the morning, and it's time to get working on the Miata again. 2021 is going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a fast year. So we'll see how it goes. Catch you in a bit. Alrighty, so it is now the afternoon. I woke up late like always, but I'm here starting to work in the garage. So I had a big old pile of stuff on the floor here
I used to have 2 rolly carts like this. I had a smaller one that I had a bunch of stuff on, but when I bought the enclosed trailer, I bought this guy just so I have more drawers and more storage. So I had to take care of that. Guy bought it, and it's nice to have someone buy stuff without asking you 10 billion questions. So I cleaned up the area a little bit, and then now I'm focusing on the car. So I'm just kind of neatening everything up. Just pulled the plug wires off. Just pulled the bumper off, but just want to show that the car is going to have a front mount radiator again. Now obviously it's not mounted. This is the good old Mattman zip tie mock-up. So, but that's basically the gist of what's going to happen. Now I'm actually going to have the fittings on this side of the engine bay over here. I bought this Moroso catch, or this expansion tank. This will be pretty much mounted here, and then we'll weld some fittings on for the hoses from the engine. But I want to do that when the car goes back together. So basically right now I'm pulling off accessories. So the radiator's coming off, alternator's coming off. I'm going to pull the wiring harness off, pull the starter, all the stuff down bottom. That way we can pretty much just slide the engine out the front. So let's get to work. Girl, like I said, guys, I was going to show you when I got the new turbo. So this right here is a Bullseye. It even says it down there on the wheel. This is 85, just like it's the same size as what I had with the VS Racing Turbo, except this quality is significantly better. Just spinning it by hand, it's a lot freer. And I know I was told that it will make probably 100 horsepower more at the same boost level as my VS Racing Turbo. So the faster I can go on the least amount of boost, that's ideal. So she is a pretty big girl. I mean, it's my hand next to it. So anyway, as you just saw in the previous clips, we got the motor out. Nick actually came by and stopped to see me, and I conned him into helping me. So as you can see, motor's out on the ground. For the first time, I just used this Motion Raceworks lift plate, which worked very well. Because when I used my old lift plate, I did it based off of the 4150 flange on my old intake manifold. So since that intake is no longer mine, I don't want to risk the chance of breaking it, so I got that lift plate. So, yep. And now basically, I'm gonna end up pulling the driver's side head off so I can get number 3 spark plug out, because as I mentioned before, it is straight just rammed cross-threaded in. So, pretty productive day in the garage, I would say. You know, I started, I'd say probably 3 hours ago now. I mean, it's completely torn down, fluids drained, and got a fresh canvas. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to record, but I am going to FTI tomorrow to drop off the tranny in converter. So in the back of my truck, I have the transmission. So that's going to FTI. I just want to have it refreshed and make sure everything is good to go, not broken, nothing like that. Because this year coming forward, I do plan on throwing the absolute hell at this transmission, this car. to at least go in the deep 8-second zone. So anyway, I'm pretty much packed up. This is how the car is going to be for a little bit. She's a mess. I also probably go see my friends down a little bit south to see about getting this bumper repaired, but they're racing at the import event this weekend at in Orlando Speed World. So anyhow, I'm gonna close out this video. I got the car apart. I gotta start working. I did end up going to the metal supply. I got some tube. I got some rectangular stock because we need to make the ice box and the fuel cell fit back here. I have it sitting both back here, but we need to do some metal work and get everything looking proper and have this, secured. So, and that'll be next on the to-do list. I did end up putting on my new rear carbon fiber finish panel from Carbon Miata, and it looks killer. I am very happy with the fitment on this thing. So, I'm really excited to get the new taillights. I'm very excited. So, anyhow, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I'll see you in the next one.